Howdy YouTube, and welcome to this episode of Gunman. So I've decided to move shop again. I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a workshop tour again. So this will be familiar to quite a few of my viewers. This is actually the first shop I worked in when I started making YouTube videos. I do actually have another tour video on this shop, but there's a few things that have changed and some of you guys may not be familiar with this shop. So this is probably the biggest addition since I've left, and that is a air screw compressor. So it's actually time to turn it off now, so I'll flick that off. And we've actually got a backup compressor, so when this is getting serviced or if anything does go wrong with that, we can run this compressor. So yeah, we've got no air issues at all here anymore. And we've got these air dryers as well there, so they'll remove any moisture out of the air lines. And we've actually also got some breathable air setups in the spray booth too, something that was never here last time I was here. So we're still running the Standox solvent based base coat and the VOC, the Standox 2K VOC, both very good paint systems. As you can see here, we run a full backup of every single tinter, and Jeff, my mate Jeff from Park Automotive, comes in twice a week and makes sure we've got enough stuff here. Oop, I better blank them out of the videos. I could get in trouble for that. The girls on the wall. So we use some Duke Zone clears on some of the job. We've also got all the Standox clears and thinners and all that stuff here too. One of the things you may notice, it's a little bit of an older shop than the last place. You may wonder why I've gone to a shop like this, and part of the reason is the kind of work that we get. E350 Mercedes-Benz, beautiful car. We wouldn't get a job like that at the previous place I was working at. A Volkswagen Golf at that place would have been a high-end job. And we do a lot of work here. I prefer a higher flow shop. That place seemed to get to the point where he'd book in a lot of work on Monday and it all had to go by Friday. And you were just really busy during the week. I was doing long hours. So this workshop here is a little bit closer to home for me. And the workflow is a bit more sort of steady. Cars go every day, and it just seems a place that I'm a little bit I was really happy there, to be honest. Let's have a look in the booth anyway. So this is a Ford Everest, I think it was called, brand new car, and I just laid a couple of sheets of glass down on that roof, as you can see. So you can get some very clean jobs in this booth. You may notice it's a little bit bigger than the previous booth. Not a problem at all painting two colours in here. However, with the airflow, it sort of seems to have a bit of a draft towards this end here. So both the booths have that same feature, so both of them will sort of have a little bit of a draft towards that end. So fairly easily serviced. There's a sort of a big cavity inside there. You can pop this panel off here, and then we can change those filters out when they need to be changed. As you can see here, this is the Audi S3 Bump Bar, another job that came out quite clean. As you can see, no problems at all, getting nice finishes in this booth, and it's definitely been nice to have that extra bit of size here. I've been playing around with a few different things with areas to paint and which places to paint first. So what I've been doing lately with my clear coat is, say, because of that draft I was talking about, I've been putting my first coat on of clear down this end of anything that's down that end of the booth, working my way back up the booth, but then on my second coat I would work down the booth. So that means that any of the overspray that lands on your first coat is going to be landing onto fresh clear, but then on your second coat you're not going to have anything landing on there. It's been working for me now. I might end up changing it up later on, but we'll see how we go. Got these stands, I bought them myself. They're so handy. Apologies about the lights, but one of the things about this place is trying to run a tight ship, you know, not overuse materials and not waste power by having lights on when you don't need them on Saturday. And I'm happy to jump on board and, you know, help the boss here make as much profit as he can, and that's what I'm all about, I guess. Good crew. I like the bosses. I like everyone that works here. There's no real whingers, and it's good. You can see that we do quite a bit of work. I won't give you a look inside this booth again, just for the sake of not firing those lights up. But yeah, some of you guys will be pretty familiar with that anyway. I'll flick these lights off too while I think of it, and give you guys a quick look through the panel shop. Won't be spending too much time in here in my videos. This is where the panel beaters hang out. So they've got a few car aligners, but yeah, this is the kind of work we do, you know, nice Commodores, Mercedes, XF Jaguar. That's a beautiful car, isn't it? This is the Audi S3 that the bumper bar was off. And the panel work that does come through, the panel guys seem to do some top quality work as well. We've got a foreman, panel beater foreman here too, and he's very helpful. He'll sort of assign me my jobs, and if I need anything, if I need a panel, a blend stripped out, or if I need you know, a dent fixed, I'll just sort of run it past him, say, oh yeah, we'll do that, or we won't do that, or he'll say, yep, I'll get a guy in to strip that door out for you, or whatever. So it's good to sort of have that bit of help. He makes my life easier. So this is actually just on a Saturday when everyone else has gone home. As you can see, it's quite quiet here at the moment. Otherwise it can get pretty loud with all the radios on in the background and everyone grinding and hammering and bashing around. But that's about it. We do have over the other side, there's a bit of a detailing area. Sort of, as you can see, it is quite a decent sized shop. I like some of these older Standox signs. They're pretty cool. There was actually another one over there which has gone missing recently, but these are all the sandpapers that we use. So Rev Cut blue and 3M purple. Yeah, I do highly rate these Rev Cuts. They're quite good qualities. And we do a lot of, as I was saying before, about running a tight ship, keeping your base coats. You can do that with the Standox solvent. If, like, for instance, I did this job, I mixed up 550 mils. I just did this one this morning. So we painted that quarter panel, blended through that door, and we did a changeover or exchange rear bumper bar in that job. If I was mixing that up in Chromax Pro, which I've been using recently, I would have had to have mixed up more colour than what I did with this solvent, because I used a ground coat. I just had a look around on the benches, grabbed a couple of silvers, tipped them together, put that down first, and then only needed a couple of coats over the top of that, and I've got my full coverage. So, and yeah, litre by litre, it's cheaper to run solvent. Over here in Australia it is anyway, and yeah, you can use some cheaper clears as well. Supposedly they say with the water you shouldn't use the cheaper clears, so all in all, I wouldn't recommend my bosses here, and I've already talked to them about it. I said, look, I wouldn't recommend going water, not now. Like when it's monetarily viable, like if it gets to the point where they push solvent prices up so much so that it pushes everyone towards the water, yep, maybe do it then. But for now, I'd just hang with the solvent. You know, we've got really good colour matching. We got the Spectro. And for some reason, I've actually noticed that, yeah, the Standox Spectro has been working better than the Chromax Pro. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe some of that Chromax Pro was a bit on the older side. We do have these colour cards here. I never even look at them. I do everything off the Spectro. I worked here for probably about 2 years previously, so 2 years ago, for 2 years, and I don't think I even once looked at those colour cards. Everything gets Spectro, and yeah, there's a few things that obviously with any system, once you get the hang of it, you're laughing, you know. The Spectro isn't foolproof, but it's a good colour matching tool. So yeah, what else we got to talk about? I'll give you a look at my bench. This is where I hang out. This is where I always used to, and one of the other painters, a Kiwi guy, he just left, so that enabled me to grab my bench back. I've got all my air-fed respirators here. Got my favourite Colad grey gloves. Love those things. What else have we got here? Yeah, that's just my box down there and all my spray guns. I wheel that around to everywhere I go. I've got all the basic sandpapers I need, a bit of polish for when I need to use the Spectro, some basic hand tools, and yeah, just not wasting time. I hate that. Like, if I'm set up, I like to be set up on that job. If I'm prepping this job up here, I don't want to have to be walking up to over there every time I need to grab a piece of sandpaper, or, you know, throw those bits of sandpaper on the next car. They get blown off, and you sort of just waste the materials. So that's probably going to be about it for this vid, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a brief tour. But yeah, I live literally like 5 minutes across the road over there. That's 5 minutes by car. I've actually just bought myself a push bike. I'm going to be riding that to and from work to get a bit fit and just focus on living a good, healthy lifestyle, painting loads of shit for a good crew, and just being happy in life. And that's where I am. I just when I was living around here previously and working here, it was a good time in my life, you know. It was when I started making videos on YouTube, and for a long time, maybe for around a year or something, even when I was working in that own panel shop of mine, I just wanted to get back to this place here, you know, making a decent amount of money, pumping out some good work, using good quality paint, and it's really great to be back, you know. Bit of a pity to leave that other shop, but I'm glad I'm back. I really am. So I'll leave it at that for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of it. And yeah, I'll do my best to get back to any questions. Gunman out.